Hello everybody, welcome to another video, and today I'm gonna showcase a fairly new tornado mod from Minecraft. If you're familiar with the localized weather mod, aka Weather 2, you know it was great back then, but it got outdated pretty fast and the latest version doesn't even include a fully working radar anymore. So I abandoned it, and then I was stumbling across YouTube and I found this mod. And this is without any texture packs or any shaders. This is just pure vanilla, except the mod of course. But look at the meshes. These clouds are fully made of mesh. And today we're gonna review this mod. So for starters, we have a few blocks in our inventory. We of course have a radar. We come to in a moment. We got our radome and our core, which we do in a moment as well. We got a tornado sensor, a tornado siren, an anemometer, a weather station, and oh wait, this is something else. First thing I'm noticing, this thing is lowering. I don't even have to spawn a tornado. I think it's gonna spawn on us. So when we go to the radar, we have a reflectivity radar. We right click, we have velocity, and already see rotation right on top of us. So we might get a tornado right on here. So while the thing is starting to form, there are a few other blocks that come in the mod which are not obtainable in creative, which are only obtainable when the tornado hits, or shall I say appear, because you still can't obtain it. Yeah, that thing's weakening. So we got scorched grass, we got medium scarring, and we got heavy scarring. This is what happens when a strong tornado goes over. The ground scours, medium and deep, and eventually grass will grow back. However, these textures are only in 16 by 16 pixels. So if you scared me. So if you're using a texture pack like I always do, oh look, it came back. You're gonna see a difference because if you go to options, resource packs, because I love using Faithful. You can see the dirt, however, does use the normal dirt texture, but the grass is still 16 by 16 rather than 64 by 64. That's a small detail. I don't really get bothered by it. So, back to the blocks. So this is a tornado siren, which obviously detects a tornado when nearby. You can use redstone to extract the signal to make a traction if you like. Maybe what should I use? Let's do a lamp. We can find it. There it is. As you can see, siren's going off, and this thing has this redstone signal. And it goes off. We can show it up now, it's gone. So if you right click, you can actually get a wind speed rating measurement to see how fast the wind's blowing. Give me a moment. And of course the weather station gives me the risk of the day. Actually it changes pretty fast, so I recommend checking it regularly. It gives us small thermodynamics like 6 degrees, temperature 50 degrees, dew point, and then risk, which all goes from 0 to high. So I think it was no risk, thunderstorm, marginal, slight, enhanced, moderate, and then high. I think it was like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, enough with the boring blocks. Now you want to see the real tornadoes. I already spawned tornadoes and I forgot about the scales while I was spawning. Like EF2s and EF3s, and calling them EF0 and EF1. I actually have the scale right in front of me, so we can actually spawn every class of tornado on the low end. Tornado, small little funnel, can do a lot of damage. Then taking apart leaves, which already have been destroyed. But that's an EF0. That's what it looks like. And moves a lot from left to right. But yeah, this is an EF1. As you can see, it takes apart some leaves. Nothing crazy. Drops them back down. Also a bit bigger. Funnel. And from this point, I'm gonna make them bigger, because they're still little stovepipes. As you can see, it's already bigger. It's less moving, and it's getting powerful. Right now. As you can see, it's more like a cone than a funnel right now. But we can do better. As you can see, absolute wedge. It even picks up the blocks themselves. Your home is not safe on this. Cobblestone will also fly. Yeah, as you can see, everything is stripped there. I'm letting it sit for a while I sip on my drink. It's massive. Even on radar, it looks bigger, I thought. No, not really, but if you go to velocity, you can see how intense it's got. So when this got black and white, you're cooked, like for real. I think there's a stone spawning behind it. As you can see, black velocity and almost white velocity. And that thing is massive, holy crap. Like actually big. And this mod is pretty hard to run. I'm running actually top tier equipment. And I can feel it struggling, let me see. Oh. Getting around 60 FPS. But I'm running at 4K, so that's valid enough. But now, let's spawn a 300 miles per hour monster and put it in collision course with village. Alright everybody, I made a little flat world. In a spawn there was already a tornado on the ground. No joke. Only stare. But we're gonna make a massive tornado tear apart this town, just for science. All these poor villagers will be homeless. Yeah, it's making my game lag a bit. Like tick speed wise. But looking at the scarring, I think it's getting closer. Yeah, it's creeping though, but it's getting there. Yeah, that thing looks... Oh my god, look at this velocity. But like, look at these blocks, look how far away that is. It's not even in the wind field and it's already getting destroyed. What are the winds here? 15 miles an hour. And winds around stone edge, it's 80 miles an hour. But that's enough. Let's see the damage. Keep in mind, this is not possible. I don't think this is possible in vanilla. It is actually starts to show you what happens in the core. Look how good this house is preserved. It was in the center of the tornado. Okay, looks like this thing is winter resistant, but every other building is gone. Not even traces left. And I think terracotta is immune. Okay, that's some crazy tornado. I don't know why in one move. Maybe on the game limits. And you can also configure the entire weather mod. Config server settings. And now you got a few settings. This requires it as a radar. So if you turn it on, do that. And place your radar down. You get colors. You can see. So you gotta build your own radar. For that you use a core, a radome, and I like to use some fence because it's my main building style, and I like to build a little Doppler radar. It doesn't have to be done, but I like to do it. So if you put the core on the floor like this, it won't work. Get a post, put it on the post, and get out. And close it up. And you can hear the sound, and as you can see, the radar is working. When it breaks, the radar goes offline. Then we have the spawn range around you where they spawn. And this is a 1 in 1 chance. And this is a 1 in 100 chance. I think if you slide all the way to the right, it will be hard to spawn. I like to keep it default. And this is about the stages. Stage 1 is developing into a supercell. Stage 2 is developing into a rotating supercell. And stage 3 is just tornado. So 1 in 1 will happen. Because if you put it like this, it's possible. I found. Spawn chance per minute. So basically a spawn cycle will start every minute, and this is around the chances, so it's basically 40% chance. Yeah, 40%. No, I'm stupid, it's 20%. 20% chance every minute. Environment system basically depends on which biome you're in, which storms you're getting, you can turn it off. If you live in various biomes nearby, so it won't choke each other. But this world, keeping it on, it's all just planes. Max storms will be how much storms there will be simultaneously. It's 10 is 3. You can have it up to all the way up to 10. Snow accumulation, however, is what happens when you're a snowy biome and instead of rain you get snow and it builds up. Not just like a snowstorm. You can say, let me just give it 8 high or 0. Whatever you like. Block strength, you can modify everything you like. I'm not doing that. Blacklist the blocks, and as you can see, gravel can lift, farmland can lift, and dirt path can lift, which makes sense because if you go back, farmland still lives, the dirt path still lives, and same with there. And here are the more fun things. You can say how big the storms will be. And this is overcast percent. If we put it to 0, notice the small clouds. They're gone. Now they're back. And you can also, if you want more clouds, you get 2. Oh no, they're gone. Oh, my bad. 2.0, and now just completely overcast. Just whatever you like. This is how much rain precipitation there is. I'm gonna show you how in a moment. I have no idea what this does. Aim at player, I recommend doing it on because it's fun, because tornadoes start going at you. Maybe this is the reason they won't go at me. It is offset. If you set it to 0.0, every tornado that spawns will go exactly to this block where I'm standing right now. By using offset, the The tornado has a chance to go like that or like that, not straight at you. What I like to do, because I use basically big bases all the time because I build a lot, is have to set to on, but set to 1024. Because then, I don't know why I use 1024, I think it's a funny number. But now it has a chance of going 1024 blocks to my left, or 10,024 blocks of 1024 blocks to my right. Or just straight up me, and anything in between, which makes it pretty fun. And if it's a big tornado, well, you're cooked anyways. So, and how about range strength? We're gonna talk about that now. So that thing is gonna spawn a tornado naturally. But that's pretty good. Yeah, it's strong rotation. Oh my god, that's a tall looking stovepipe. So I'm flying right now. And if you're pretty close, pretty grey looking. So if you go to config again, and we set the precipitation to 0, there's no rain in the background, it's just pure funnel. And once again, if you configure it and upgrade it, for example, to 2.0, you have no idea there's a tornado except for this little silhouette. So you can just play Minecraft normally, you don't even know it's there. But then you're like, what am I hearing? And you're really this close, you start to see it. You can hear it. And let me show you how close we actually are. I'm gonna put it in my favorite setting, the 0.3. This one. I like to have it 0.4 for example. So it's still gray, but it's very visible. Yeah, you're pretty close. And what happens when you're actually in the tornado? Well, you're inside of it. And you're getting dragged up until you're getting squished out, or you play around so you can stay in so you don't die. But basically you're just dead because I'm getting dropped out soon. Yeah, as you can see, I'm just flying inside of this thing now. Is it even letting me go? I don't think this thing is letting me go. And we die. Last thing I want to talk about are squalls. Squalls are the new feature, and I didn't really. So squall, there it is. You can say spawn natural, or spawn it stage 3 energy. And this is the heaviest squall line we can spawn. First thing you notice, okay, it's so big, it's already over, so you have to fly very far away. I don't like to fly, so we're going to effect, give, expansion, speed. Speed, infinite, amplifier, let's do a 55 extreme, 3. So we can actually, oh there's our, yeah, look at that. Also my FOV is cranked right now because of the speed potion, but yeah, that's a massive look squall. I think radars around here. Let me show you how it looks on radar. It's taking up the entire radar, and you can actually see the strongest winds on the front. I don't think these storms can produce tornadoes. I didn't see that yet. But they do a lot of straight line wind damage. Yeah, not a lot, but just trees and stuff will easily blow apart. So yeah, that's what it does. And I think that will be it for this little showcase.